Hello Headhunters, what's going on? It's Andrew or SkullHQ here, and today we're looking at the Asus X2T Plus in black. So these are truly wireless headphones. And what does that mean? That basically, think of the Apple EarPods. So they have like a charging station, and they don't have cables between them. They're just two drivers. Pretty nice, simplistic packaging. Reminds me of Apple packaging with the clamshell kind of style box. Nice reflective logo, I like that. Inside we had the two drivers would be right here. Then inside we have the user manual. And inside the user manual, of course, we have explaining the specifications, the features. If you want to look at that, it tells you, please wear them, which I think is funny. Then it tells you the functions, all the different portions of the multifunction button. It could tell you everything that it does, which you'd be surprised because of it being a multifunction button. It does a lot. Now, if you take a look inside, it tells you all of the pairing steps, which this looks like a crap ton. It's really not that bad. You have to like pair the two together. So when you pair the two together, you build the twin relationship, whatever that means. It's not that bad. Do's and don'ts. Basically, don't get wet and don't be stupid with them. So while we're in the box, might as well take a look at everything inside of it. So you get all these different tips. I think there's 4 different tip sizes, like a extra small, small, medium, and large. It's a lot. They also come with different wingtips, or different tips, which I'll show you in a minute. Then here we have the charging cable, which is for the actual battery part. Then we have this weird adapter, which is a USB adapter. It adapts from full-size USB to micro. So that's weird. I don't know the use for this. I actually have genuinely no idea. Then here we have a nice, cinch sack carrying case, which I don't mind having. It's a good way to carry your things, if that's your prerogative, I guess. Take a look at the actual headphones, which I enjoy. Their design is pretty nice. They fit very well. And, well, I say they fit very well. With the wingtips, they fit in my ears. While I have a little bit to complain about on these, I like the wingtips. They fit in my ear better, and they don't fall out. With the other ones, there's no chance of me wearing them. My ears just don't fit this style earbud for some reason. But yeah, so they're all plastic design. They're fairly nice. The silicone on these is good. I like them. So how they function at the base level is you hold them on. Turn the right one on first. It'll say power on. Hold the left one on. Power on. Then they'll make a little bit of a beeping noise, and they'll both pair to each other. And then they'll pair to your phone as one thing. And then you can just play music through it. And they sound actually fairly good. My main issue is that they're a bit muddy. They're bassy. There's a loss of high end, and they're a little bit muddy, but they're perfectly good for the price. Speaking of which, their price is $33. So, for this, you're getting some relatively nice quality headphones. They're fairly well built, and they feel good in your ear. They actually don't fall out with these wingtips, and they're very comfortable. But then we look under here. See those little pins? Well, that's for this guy. And this guy looks like an external battery for a phone. It's because that's basically what it is. It's like aluminum, I assume, outside shell. And it's got 4 little dots right there. Those are the lights. And it has a lot of specifications on the back, because this being the charger, I guess it has to have all that specification on the back. And then here's a little charging port for the cable I showed you earlier. And you have these sides that basically look like little holes. And that's where you charge it. So they just use inductive charging. But you may have an issue with wingtips. So you have to actually take those off, which they don't come off easily. Takes a little bit of pressure. They don't just fall off, which is good. And then you kind of go in, and they lock in. They magnetically lock in, and then they'll charge. But sometimes they won't, and you have to press it. It's weird. It's kind of a little. See, it just kind of went off. It's a little finicky, and that's my only gripe with the charging portion besides having all this text on the back. It's just, it feels weird, and this is loose. It's super loose. It can fall right out. So here you have the lights, and they're hard to pick up on camera. In direct light, they're okay. Or sorry, not in direct light, they're okay. But in direct light, they're kind of hard to see. You have to get like right in front of them to actually see the blue of the lights. So this thing can charge these guys bajillion times because it holds a lot. I think it can charge it like 10 times or something ridiculous. It's like a lot of times. And these play advertised 4 to 6 hours. Now, in my listening experience, I was not getting 4 to 6 hours. I was getting 3 to 4. Of course, that depends on your listening levels, like your volume and stuff. So I could just be listening at a higher volume than they're advertised for that rating for. But I was getting about 3 hours of battery life, which is not bad. It's actually fairly nice. But they could use a little bit of better battery, I would say. But they sound good. What I really liked them for was podcasts. I used these guys to listen to the Rooster Teeth podcast. Let me tell you, that was amazing. I actually really liked that. I liked it listening to Panic at the Disco, and honestly, these could replace my Altec Lansing waterproof sport headphones if they were waterproof and had a slightly better battery. So those are really my main gripes with the actual earbuds themselves. They work great with my built-in music player on iPhone, but YouTube. So they work with YouTube, like you get sound from YouTube, but it's delayed. There's a exactly. I timed it. I used a video actually on YouTube to test the delay. I believe it was either half a second or exactly a full second behind. So that means that the video is ahead of the audio, and that's really will throw you off when you're listening to music or watching a video. I was watching the slow-mo guys and watching their mouths move compared to the audio coming out of their mouth. It really just throws you off, and it was quite obnoxious. So I don't know if that's just my phone or if it's something to do with the earbuds or the YouTube app, but they really did not function with these properly. Like I said, it worked with everything else on my phone minus the YouTube app. It just wouldn't work. So I don't know if AS could take a look at that, or if that's a YouTube thing and they need to contact them somehow about that and see what's going on. One other issue I had, which I learned later is kind of not an issue and slightly my fault. There's a certain one on these headphones that you have to press to answer phone calls. It's a certain combination of taps or clicks, which is just by pressing this in because this is the button. But I was trying to take a phone call with my brother while watching a video. And slider comes up like right here to answer the phone, so I slid that over, and the audio came out of my phone, not out of my earbuds. So you have to press the button on the headphones to actually get the phone call to come through them. You cannot use your phone to answer the phone call for some reason. Again, I don't know if that was, I think it's just user error on my part, but I feel like that should definitely be changed in either another iteration or some sort of update with these guys, because yeah, these guys are $33 on Amazon. And what can I say about them? They don't work on the YouTube app at all. There's a delay. They're very comfortable. They charge in a slightly finicky way, but it's a nice way to do it. Just drop them in. You have to use the multifunction button to answer phone calls. I don't like all the text on this. The lights are slightly weird. And some of these are nitpicks. I fully acknowledge that. But you have to know what you're getting in with these. And they also didn't stay in my ear unless I used the wingtips. But that could just be my ear. The reviews on these are okay on Amazon. Mostly people complain of dropping from their phone. I don't have that issue. It could just be because these people are using maybe not iPhones, or their connection is screwed up on their phone, or there might be something actually wrong with their pair, but I have not had any issues with Bluetooth pairing or anything. Every once in a while it does cut out, but all of my Bluetooth devices do that. Every once in a while it'll just drop for a second. There's really nothing that can be done about that. So overall, the Asus X2T Plus, completely, truly wireless headphones, I like them. I do. What I can say to Asus about future products in terms of wireless is I like the idea of having a clamshell case to put the headphones in and inductive charge them. I like that a lot more than this guy on the sides. I would say fix your little lights on the front if you can, and make sure that these work with the YouTube app, because a lot of people who buy earbuds listen to YouTube or watch YouTube videos, and they're gonna want to, you know, not be awkwardly thrown off by the sound not being synced to the video. A smaller earbud is great. These are a nice size. I really like them. I can't wait for them to get smaller and have better battery life. I really don't have an issue with these. I would say you can, for 30 bucks, they're not bad. My Alltech Lansing Bluetooth Sports were 60, so double the price of these, and they had a cable, but they're waterproof and have slightly better battery life, so you have to look at it that way. With a shorter battery life here, not waterproof, and half the price of those, they're pretty good. And they sound all right. They're totally usable and totally listenable music. I'd say they're on a similar level of the Apple EarPods. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Favorite the video if it was your favorite. Don't share the video. Subscribe for more. And yeah, I will see you all later. Take care.